Ask this question to yourself. Ask yourself, what is stopping me from becoming a Muslim? What am I losing? Friends? Family? Job? You are gaining paradise and you're losing hellfire. Man zuhziha anin nar wa udkhila al-jannah faqad faz. Whosoever has saved themselves from the hellfire and entered paradise, they have attained success. That's the Quranic message. So, what we are afraid of? You afraid of losing your family and friends and so on and so forth? No. You are gaining paradise and saving yourself from hellfire. That is the ultimate success. The ultimate success is not getting your PhD. The ultimate success is to be saved from the hellfire. And hellfire is no joke. The fire that burns, the fuel or fuel, I can't pronounce it properly. The fuel, right? The fuel is man and stones. Back in the early days, people may have not appreciated how can stones be a fuel for fire. Now we know even certain stones, they can produce so much heat. Don't people cook with stones? Now they do. When they go in camping now, you can heat up the stones and they can cook over it because the fire stays longer and stronger. So the hellfire, the fuel of the hellfire is human beings and stones. Can you imagine that? Human beings will provide the fuel for hellfire. May God save us. May God save those people from this hellfire, every one of us. But if people are arrogant and stubborn, they make their own destiny. They make their own destiny. They make their own consequence. We can only say, don't do that. Because that destiny is such a destiny which is, you do not want even your enemies to go there. Have you ever burnt accidentally? Touching the fire and you did that. It was so painful. Hellfire is much hotter and stronger than this. We don't want to be. When the drinks hot boiling water and pus is given when they're thirsty, that's the drink will be given and it will burn their throats. No recourse, no comfort in hellfire. It's not what some people think, you know what, all the celebrities, all the wealthiest and the richest, the wicked people are going to hellfire, I'll be with them, we'll be happy. No, there is no happiness in hellfire. There is no joy in hellfire. There's constant suffering. There is something called the tree of Zaqqum. It's so bitter that when you eat of it, your stomach will burst. We don't want to have this kind of food or the drinks in hellfire. We don't want to be in a place which is constant fire burning us. Paradise, on the other hand, you will be reclining in coaches. There will be rivers underneath the gardens that you'll have. Whatever you wish, it will come to you. You want some food, comes to you. Just like that. You eat, you don't feel any constipation, or you don't feel there's any diarrhea. You will not feel any hunger, because you're eating only for joy and pleasure. When you want to drink, you drink, and you don't need to even go to the toilets to urinate. There will be no defecation and urination. When you drink, drinks, God describes in the Quran like wine, but that wine is not going to befog your mind. It is a purified wine that will be pleasant to drink, but it will not befog your mind. So all that is there in paradise, in heaven, is joy, is pleasure. You have pleasure, company of your spouse, company of your friends, and not only this, the most utmost pleasure that you can have is seeing your God who created you. The people in hellfire would not have the vision of God, of the Creator. Do you not want to know who this God is, who is always in existence, who is always there with all this power and might and knowledge? I want to know this God. You will see and have On that day, you will see this God. إِلَى رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Yeah? The faces will be bright on that day. How does the ayah go? Yeah? On that day, the faces will be bright by looking at their Lord. So we will have this countenance of God in paradise. That is the ultimate reward that you can have. Ultimate reward. Just imagine, whatever you want is there in paradise. So this paradise, to go there, there's only one thing we have to do. In this life, fulfill our purpose that we created for. There are people who have been told this and they will still disobey God. And they will be so arrogant and they reject God and not fulfill that. Who is to blame? God, who constantly reminds them, don't do that, but be good, follow the commands, avoid the prohibitions, and still they do that. That stubbornness and arrogance is the one that they will then say, this is our making. We don't want anyone to be there. We want to save ourselves from the hellfire. So this is a copy of the Quran in English language, a gift from us.
Okay, thank you.
To read, and a brief guide to Islam and a concept of God to Islam. What we said, do reflect. And if you are willing to accept Islam and say, now I want to become a Muslim, go ahead. If you want to take some time, also fine.
So thank you for your information today.
Okay. So it's a pleasure speaking to you both.
Thank you.
We just hope that you continue your journey of discovery of Islam, the truth of Islam, and when you find it, take it. Accept it. Is that?
Thank you for your information.
Thank you. Take care, and may God help you in this journey. Okay. Take care. Bye.